Welcome back to Ribbon Candy Hooking, late night fooling around with projects. I am just about to work on my next advent calendar pumpkin. Just finished pistachio pumpkin named Frederick or something like that. I'm about to work on Picasso pumpkin. Get ready for the pumpkin. This might look familiar because this is the rug warp that I pulled out. I unhooked the whole pistachio pumpkin. Remember, I was working on the rug warp and it was just too tight for what I was doing. This time I'm going to be working on Picasso pumpkin. So this is one of the other days of the advent calendar. We've got two pumpkin projects and then Mr. and Mrs. Jack. But this is quite similar to the one that I just did here. So you decide if you want to do both, if you want to use your supplies to do both. This is the one that highlighted the scarf material, right? Yellow was the border, but the rest of it was the scarf material that came with that giant scarf and the pistachio wool. Now this one is the Picasso pumpkin. And I really like him because I was thinking about doing a whole series of fine art pumpkins, and I have quite a few drawn, but this is going to be the first one I do. The idea with this project is you can put all of the sort of body parts wherever you want on the pumpkin. I'm realizing in looking at it that I quite like this configuration. So I think I'm going to hook it I'm actually going to punch it. That's why I've got the rug warp out. I'm going to punch it, I think, pretty much this way. I might outline it very pop art feeling in black, right? And then fill it in with different colors. But if you want to move the eyes, nose, lips, hands, cheeks, everything around, you should. You should make it just the way you want. Make it a real Picasso site, right? However you like the face to be. And you're also very welcome to do it exactly like this. I'm going to do it exactly like this. Let's see what happens. Well, this has been a super fast project. I'm up early working on it, finishing it. I worked on it last night around cocktail time, and I'm almost done. Punching is so fast, isn't it? So I'm at the point where I'm just punching this last little bit here, and then we'll take it off of I'm using an Oxford. I think this is like the 13, 14 with heels. I forget what it's called. It's a tiny needle, right? But it is the fine needle, not the regular. The regular is right back there, I think. Can you hand me one of those? Yeah, these are much bigger. I'm not such a fan of the regular because it's enormous. And I feel like when I punch with the regular, it's just, yeah, I mean, it's a lot. So I way prefer this one. Oop, there he goes. And this is three ply Briggs and Little yarn. So this is the yarn that I stock. I pulled a bunch of my really bright colors to do the Picasso face. And I'm really loving the multicolored background color. I think this is one of my mop-up colors from doing other projects, and then I mop it up and it comes out quite pale. Sometimes those mop-up colors are the best. I know I'm more than a bit of a packer, but this is a fine needle. You couldn't do this with the regular because it would be insanely packed. But with the fine, if I don't do it pretty thoroughly, I can see, maybe it's my OCD, but I can see little holes. So I'm pretty careful to get in there. And then we'll look at the other side and just be sure there's not anything glaring there. That should be good. Maybe one more here. Let's see. Just to be sure. Let me trim this. This is the last little bit that I've got. So this has been a project that has lasted just a few hours. This is maybe a 4-hour project, something like this. So really fast. And again, I did it just the way that it is in your advent calendar, but you do it however you want. This could even be a series, with the face, different body parts, in different places. Didn't sound right, but you know what I mean. So let's see, that could be it. I'm gonna cut it right down, and I'm going to take it off the frame, and let's see. Let's behold. I mean, I really like this piece. I really like this piece. And this is the back. So this is the side that some people prefer. Let me make sure the light is good enough. And let me take it off the frame. Now remember that this is what's called a palimpsest. It's on the surface of a different picture. This was the Frederick pumpkin that I started of Teddy's, and then I did not like the rug warp for what I was doing for this scarf because it was too tight. So I used the same piece of material as my backing. So you can see you can see the sort of fossil outline of Frederick behind it, one of our previous Advent calendar projects. And so that's a problem. But you know what I think I'm going to do? I'm certainly going to press it and all that stuff, block it, right? I'm just trimming down some of the little bits and pieces. There's not a lot of bits and pieces, I have to say. Looks pretty dang good. Yeah, it's not bad. I quite like it, actually. I quite like it. I might alter the height of some of these with my hook. I might pull some out that are a little bit recessed. But yeah, I'll make a call on it later. It's pretty good. Teddy already glimpsed it late last night, and he absolutely loved it. So it might end up being something for Teddy. But what I think I'll do is, I'll hold it the light. I think I'll probably punch the background white. I don't usually do white, but because this is such a colorful piece, I really want it to pop. So I'm probably going to just punch this white to the size of a standard frame. I'm probably going to look for a frame we already have in the basement or whatever. And then I'm probably going to want to punch out to the size of the actual frame, even if it's a little bit less or a little bit more, so that I can actually put it into a frame with no glass. No glass on fiber, right? Because the gases build up and then it becomes all condensation and dangerous for the piece. But I think I'm going to do that. I'm really, really happy with it. I'm going to have to come up here. I'm missing a couple of little bits up there. All right, well, that'll be, and maybe I'll fix like here. You see how there's just little bits and pieces that you see after the fact? I could probably pull that up with a hook, but I think I'll just punch extra. I'm more of an add stuff person than alter. So I'm real happy with the Picasso pumpkin. I think this is a great project. Another project from our Autumn Advent calendar, something fun for fall, something funky and artsy and different. I hope you're working on yours, and I will see you next time at Ribbon Candy Hooking.